Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2021! Today I am going to be reviewing and sharing with you my first experience using the Wacom One pen display drawing tablet. This video is not sponsored in any way. My main reason for making this video was to give a new perspective on this tablet. I want to share the actual highs and lows of these products so you are aware of what you might have to compromise with. I've seen so many reviews talking about what this tablet can do for digital art and how it's a great option for beginners, but what I want to know is if it could be a great option as a portable workspace for an artist who already has experience using a larger stationary tablet. If you're like me, I get easily bored of staying in the same place for work all day, every day, and I'd like the freedom to go anywhere I want and still be productive. Opening the box up, the packaging is super nice. The tablet on first sight is amazing. It felt sturdy and the screen was just as nice as my 22 HD. Came in this little sleeve, probably not going to be super durable over time, but it does the job for now. The tablet itself has a kickstand built in with extra pen nibs underneath. The back of the tablet is made of white plastic, which probably helps it to be super lightweight. There is a power button on the top right and a USB-C port on the top left. The cord only faces one direction, but it stays super secure, which is nice. I don't see this one falling apart like my bamboo cord has over the years. The pen feels really nice. It's lightweight and has one express key. Although I will probably wrap it in some ace bandage because the small body puts a lot of stress in my hand, but it fits nicely into the little loop on the top so it doesn't fall out during travel. It has one power strip made of 2 cables, and I was kind of disappointed to see that it requires power. I thought it was like a Bamboo or Intuos where you just plug it into your computer and it needs the power from that, but no, sadly. On one side of the cable there's an HDMI and USB port, and on the other side there's a USB-C plug that goes directly to the tablet, and then there's a USB that plugs into a weird wall outlet thing. For an added bonus, I also purchased the Wacom Express Key remote. I figured that this might be worth it because I don't want to have my computer directly next to me during the entire time I'm working on it for the Express keys. And as you saw, the tablet does not have any Express key buttons, but I'm personally okay with this because it's not really comfortable for me to use them on the tablet. I never use the ones on my big one because it's not really comfortable. But I really love this remote and it's so durable. It has a really nice non-slip back. The metal is great quality, fits great in my hand, and I really love the little wheel that it has. It doesn't slip at all on the screen if you wanted to have it directly on the surface, but the bezels are way too small on this product because it's only 13 inches. So that's fine because later on I found out it's most comfortable in my lap. The remote does require a USB plug-in in order to work, sadly, but if you're able to make room on your computer, it works fine. I'm working with my 15-inch Mac laptop. It's an older model with more ports than the newer ones. And I was able to fit everything nicely, but later on when I have to use a hard drive, I ran out of space, so I had to get a USB hub because I ran out of space. I already had this USB hub lying around, so it worked out fine for me. The driver for the tablet and the remote are super easy to download on Wacom's website, and they both connected as soon as I plugged them in and hit the power button on the tablet, of course. First impressions, the screen looked really nice and I was so excited to jump into drawing. I was able to easily change the brightness to my liking and adjusted how I wanted the monitors to be arranged. It's really customizable, which is nice. I like that very much. Important shout out to Rue Titan for making this adorable dynamite wallpaper I've been using on my computer. I love supporting her work, so I leave a link to her social media down below. Before beginning, I had to calibrate the pen a few times and change the express keys on the remote to match Clip Studio Paint or any other software I would be using. All of that was really easy and simple to do. Not really going to go into detail because when you have the software, it's pretty self-explanatory. I did a few doodles in Clip Studio Paint and wow, I really love the experience. The screen wasn't too small at all, and the matte glass was so smooth. One thing I should mention is that I made my tablet my main display on the computer. This is because softwares like Clip Studio Paint aren't able to move all the way over because the toolbars are separate windows on Apple devices. I don't know if that's just Clip Studio Paint. It might be, I'm not sure. It wasn't a bother to have the tablet as my main display though, since I spent most of my time on it. Random thing, if you're curious, it's actually possible to work on the tablet with the laptop closed. So if you don't need the keyboard or mouse, then you could just close it and put it off to the side for more space. I found that kind of cool. So my big goal for the tablet was to take it to a coffee shop and see if I could work like I normally would at home. I go to coffee shops all the time to work on anything, and I'd love to animate or work on digital art there as well. First test was to pack all of my things into my briefcase to see if it fit. Some extra items that were a necessity for me to bring were number 1, an extension cord. Number 2 is a USB hub. I really need to have enough ports, so this just gives me the freedom if my remote dies or if I need that hard drive, I have enough space for it and I don't need to stress. Third thing was my hard drive. I have a lot of projects I temporarily move over when wanting to switch computers, so it's nice to have all of my stuff in one place. Fourth thing is a computer charger. This is kind of obvious, but I want to make sure that my computer doesn't die because I know with the tablet, softwares, hard drive, and all that stuff, the power would be eaten up within an hour. Along with my laptop, tablet, remote, and extra cords, I packed a few notebooks just in case for spontaneous jotting down. After all that, my briefcase was able to hold everything perfectly. Nothing stuffed or squished. The bag was heavy, but honestly, I've had way heavier with like art supplies. Upon arriving to the coffee shop, I sat myself down by an outlet for convenience and began to set all my stuff up. My drink of choice, if you're curious, is a chai latte, so of course I had to get myself something to enjoy while working. I was able to manage the cords really well, and even though it was a shallow table, I still had plenty of room. Once I got the software pulled up, I got to work, and wow, I actually animated on the go and the feeling was insane. My soul was so happy to get out of my little box of an office for once, and I spent several hours there too, which was just so freeing. I felt alive. Funny enough, it was my first time working with ToonBoom on my Mac laptop, and I was kind of worried about lag, but there wasn't any, so it's kind of cool that my laptop is capable of handling that software. The project I was working on was a sword swoop of my character Jet, and while working I listened to my K-pop playlist. I couldn't get the bubble from iTunes out of the corner, so now you are blessed to see what I was listening to in the moment. My playlist has like 800 songs on it, so it really honestly is just K-pop radio, and whatever comes on I'm like, this is a banger, I haven't heard it in a bit, so yeah. While working, the express key remote came in handy. The entire time I had it in my lap because that was most comfortable, and I hardly used the keyboard on my laptop unless there was like a function I didn't program yet, so really convenient. I like it. I did lay the tablet flat because the angled height with the kickstand is kind of uncomfortable for me. I prefer my wrist to be aligned with the rest of my arm while working. It just helps me not cramp up. I've been looking for a portable option since 2016, and since then I've been waiting to see if Wacom would release a product that fit all of my needs, but from doing research, there was really no perfect option. Why not just get an Intuos or another brand of tablet, you may ask? Very good question. Honestly, in a nutshell, I'm kind of picky. I found out for me that tablets without a screen were just too much of a transition if I wanted to have the same quality of work on the go. Yeah, I could probably get used to it if I really wanted to, but for me personally, it's not the same. But I still own my old Bamboo that I used occasionally throughout the years because it was my only option. So if I really wanted something even more portable, I could go to that. But this tablet is just as good, honestly, if you can manage the cords. So here are my final thoughts on the Wacom One 13 1080p pen display. If you have all you need for the cords, they're actually way more portable and manageable than it seems. I didn't run into any problems with setup. The screen never got hot, which was fabulous. I think that's one thing I enjoy about the Wacom tablets, because the screen doesn't seem to get hot. I didn't even need the glove, because sometimes when the screen gets hot, my hand gets sweaty. Having everything plugged into power helped a ton, so I'm glad I came prepared in that area. For the Wacom Express Key Remote, I had a great experience using it, and I totally think it's worth it because it was more comfortable than using my keyboard. I didn't have to transition or look at the keys that often. I just knew from memorization on the remote which ones did what. It did give me a low battery warning only an hour in, so that was kind of off-putting, but I probably needed to charge it more beforehand, so something to keep in mind. Even with the warning, I made it through a solid 2.5 hours. You do really need to prepare to have all of your ports on your laptop taken up, so make sure to check and see if your model of laptop has all of those things, or else you'll need to get an extension, because I know some of the newer Apple laptops only have a USB-C port, and you have to get this extension thing. So just want to make sure y'all prepare yourselves for that. For drawing, this tablet is the perfect size in my opinion. The matte screen is fantastic, and it truly gives you a high quality, portable experience. For stationary use, the tablet doesn't take up too much room at all, and so if you're looking for this to be your main drawing tablet, if you actually are looking for an affordable option as your main workspace, I think it's totally worth it, and I highly recommend this product. And the Wacom One is only $400 compared to their other products, which can range from $700 to $2,000. And it's just as nice as my big one, honestly, only it's smaller. All in all, the first experience was 10 out of 10. The Wacom One accomplishes exactly what I need, and I found myself wanting to draw more often on this device. But yeah, a special thank you to my $2 Patreon supporters, Jordan, Dandy Quiver, Sahara Lee, Honey Fox Sky, Prisoner Savior, and to my newest $5 patron supporter, Sully Saru. Patreon supporters had early access to this video and get to see a lot of my behind the scenes content. I share character designs, rough animations, sketches, concepts, blog posts, and more. Their support truly matters and helps me continue doing what I love for a living. Thank you all so much for watching. My apologies for slow updates and lack of animation content. I've been working hard on a portfolio for college, so I haven't had time to focus on animation. So I feel really guilty for not uploading, and I feel like a terrible YouTuber, but I just gotta keep focused. So that's why you've been getting these kind of regular non-animation videos, so that I can focus on those things. But I have a project in the works. The one you saw me working on today is one that I have in the process. And if you want to know what I'm up to while I'm working on my portfolio and being kind of absent on YouTube, I am over there mostly every day, just posting whatever I'm up to, like sketching or just drinking my tea and showing you my setup, and just brief snippets of things I'm working on or things on my mind, me geeking out about something I'm obsessed with at the time. So come join my community on Instagram. It's a fun time. I love talking with people. But yeah, I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!